Hello, 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 everybody. We're live, sweetie. Hey, everybody. I hope you're ready for our show today. Got some fantastic stuff coming up for you. I'm just going to check something real quick, make sure that we're live on all channels. While you guys groove to this music that we have. Must I say, we don't own the rights to this music. I don't want my video taken down. All right, so we're live and we are going to start our Happy Marriage series. So we're just grooving out with Casey and JoJo. I don't know if y'all remember this. You remember this scene?
No, I don't.
Boston's just like, Dell, I don't remember.
I'm not a music aficionado.
He's not a music. I'm just gonna real quick fix Instagram right here, just like real quick a second here, and I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. All right, so we're ready. Let's get started. Hey, today we've got a fantastic show for you today. For those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Regina. This is my wonderful, handsome, loving husband, Clovis.
Hey.
And we decided to bring a show to you live every Friday at 6 o'clock to share tips of how we maintain our happy, loving marriage. We've been married for nearly 20 years now. We've never been separated, never thought of divorce. I don't know, maybe we thought of it, but we didn't do it. I don't even think we thought of divorce.
I never thought of it. I don't know if you did. Hello, somebody.
But listen, we have really enjoyed our time with each other. I've really enjoyed my time with my husband, and I'm hoping my husband enjoyed his time with me. And so what we decided we would do is we decided that we would come to you live and talk to you about things that we do to maintain our happy marriage. There are a lot of people who are going through divorce or going through a separation or having problems in their marriage. And oftentimes it's difficult. We know we've been there also. But during this marriage, we decided we wanted to share tips on how we maintain our happy marriage with others. You know, what do you think, babe, about the whole show in general?
Thank you for having me. It's great. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yes. And I love it. I love it too because it helps me to really learn more about you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I didn't think I would do that, but it does. It helps me to learn more about you. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit, just checking our microphone here. But we're going to get started here with some questions and some conversations on our topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I'm going to have my brother to come next week to help me with all this audio stuff. So I'm going to turn this music down just slightly. All right. Hey, let's get started with today's topic.
Mm-hmm.
Today's topic, as you can see, is on the screen. Should a woman propose to a man? Yikes! Should a woman propose to a man? You're a man.
Should a woman propose to a man?
Should a woman propose to a man? Growing
up, it's always the opposite way that a man proposed to a woman. I don't know if that's ancient times or whatever, you know, or if it's written that the way it's supposed to be. But these days, you got women proposing to men. So if you don't get married, then the relationship is over. I'm tired of spending 7, 9, 10, 11 years with you and you haven't proposed. So I'm going to go ahead and do the proposing. So the women are turning in the opposite direction.
So you think that nowadays, right? Did you think that went on before? I mean, Carmen is in the chat. Carmen's like, nope.
No, I don't think it was.
Women should not propose to a man.
Why not?
Hey, Carmen, why not? Put in the chat, Carmen. Why not? Go ahead, baby. You were saying something else.
Yeah. So I was just saying, growing up, all I've seen that it was always a man proposing to a woman, not a woman proposing to a man. But I think time is changing.
It is. Times are changing. Times are
Times are
changing.
changing.
Times are changing. Things are getting different.
Uh-huh.
And people, I think a lot of times what happens in relationships is that women and men actually are acting as though they're married already,
Mm-hmm.
and they just don't have the marriage certificate or haven't had the ceremony.
Right.
And so then when one person decides, hey, I want to actually get married, I don't want to no longer continue to live this way, the other person has become comfortable with it and don't see a reason why to change it.
Right.
So they've gotten comfortable in that.
Uh-huh.
So my personal thought is that sometimes they do. They end up doing that, end up getting stuck in that.
Mm-hmm.
So Carmen says in the chat, so remember those of you who are watching, we love the chats. If you're on Instagram, you want to scoot on over there to Facebook or YouTube on the Juice Radio and Talk Show channel. You'll see the red cup. That's us. And you could also join us in these chats. So Carmen says, traditional, the Bible says, a man that findeth a woman finds a good thing and obtain favor.
Mm.
Okay, what you say to that?
Man, findeth a good thing.
And obtain favor. Well, he found her, but he didn't marry her yet.
He found her, yeah.
He found her, but he didn't marry her yet. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know if it's pertaining, if a man find a woman, find a good thing. If so, you find a woman, yeah. But
what's next?
You start dating that woman, and then you maybe shacking up or something, and then all of a sudden this woman decides, say, too much, it's time for you to buy the cow.
Oh, we're going to talk about that cow quote.
Instead of getting the milk. So I'm not going to date you for
I have that in my notes.
7 years, and, it's about time that we tie the knot.
Listen, I've got that cow quote in my notes.
The guy might be hesitant, and then the woman said, enough is enough. I'm going out and buy this guy a ring, and I'm going to propose to this person.
Well, I think Carmen is right. There have been several people that we know use this particular verse, and it is right. He who findeth a wife, findeth a woman, findeth a good thing. That is true. Findeth a woman, find a good thing. However, again, there are many men who have found a good woman but have not made that woman their wife.
Right.
There are many. There is a lot out here. You may know of some. So we're going to get more into that. Carmen's next this is Andrea. Hey, Andrea! Thank you for joining us today. Andrea says, true that some couples just live together and no marriage. I've seen couples who've been together for years get married and divorce a few years later. I think some feel a pressure of the marriage certificate. That is true too. Mm-hmm. That is true too. And that's just like what we were saying earlier, Andrea, that people get so comfortable in the relationship of pretending to be married or the acts of marriage, but never actually obtaining the certificate and never actually having the ceremony.
Right.
So, a lot of people, I think, get stuck in that. They get stuck in that process.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do? What do we do to help these women and men to get to the marriage part? What do we do?
Like between myself and you,
yeah,
I don't think I did a traditional proposal. I think we spoke together. We spoke to each other and said it's a good thing for us to get married. And then we got married. I don't think I went down and said, will you marry me?
I don't think you did, because that was one of my questions that I was going to ask you. How did you propose to me? And I couldn't remember.
Yeah, there was no proposal. I think we spoke about it together.
Yeah.
And said, it's the best thing for us to do is to get married to each other. Start the relationship on a good.
Because we come from a Christian background. So that was also part of our motivating to let's go ahead and get married, because, we can be honest on the show. After being together for a while, not doing anything, you start getting hot, like they say, hot in the pants and stuff. and you want to do things that as a Christian, we were told you don't do that unless you're married. So, we decided, okay, now we need to do something here. We need to make this where, we
That's
could do
right.
the things that married couples do according to what we were taught in church that only married people do.
Yeah.
We wanted to do those things.
And it wasn't my first marriage; it was my second and yet third. So
Yeah. So so
it was a little unorthodox. We did it the unorthodox way.
You know what? This guy.
It was
So
traditional.
Carmen says, do a man feel like the man if she initiates everything? Okay, so that's a question for you. Does a man feel like the man if she initiates everything?
Who is she? The wife?
The girlfriend or
Does a man
the
feel
girlfriend?
Like a man if she. I don't think they should initiate everything.
Okay.
The man. I
Okay.
think it should be a discussion
Okay.
between the man and the woman, and and say if it's a good thing to get married or not get married.
Does a woman initiating everything? Do you think that would make men feel any less of a man? If a woman is always initiating everything, do you think that takes away from part of their manhood? Quote manhood.
Some people, some men might
Some
think
men.
so, might
Yeah.
think that way.
Yeah, some men may think that way, Carmen. But again, it's not every man.
Right.
And in general, I would think that a large majority of the men may feel less of a man if a woman is initiating everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think there would be a large majority that would actually think that way. Let's see on this next one we have here. Andrea says people need to truly learn about each other. And that's true. That's
Right.
True. And you do need to take the time to really learn each other. And in that learning process, I think you will be able to understand or feel who should ask who.
Yeah, you should,
You're balanced when you
Yeah.
have those conversations with each other.
You'll get a good idea, a feel of what's going on in the relationship.
Absolutely.
If it's that time to maybe pop the question or
And maybe you had those discussions before that question time came up where you probably said, okay, if we ever were to get married, how would you propose to me? You may have had those conversations,
right.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, no.
So, but again, there are women out there that are still waiting for these men to propose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we bring up the topic. Should a woman propose to a man? There are lots of women out here that are waiting. And I found out when I did a little research on this, that it is becoming to be, like my husband said earlier, a large majority of women who are beginning to propose to men for marriage. And so that's why I wanted to bring this topic up. Here, Carmen says in the chat, Andrea says in the chat, she says, I don't think it takes away from manhood.
Mm-hmm.
I would think men would be flattered. And I think that's good too. And there
Right.
are some men that probably would be flattered,
Mm-hmm.
And they would probably enjoy, that. But then now let's ask, like man cave per se. If your guy, let's say if I propose to you and you were flattered about it, but then you get around the guys and you say, hey, she proposed to me, and the guys start nagging you. You're what do you call it? Ragging or nagging you? Roasting you.
Right.
Would that change your thought of or your feelings of her actually propose?
Not me.
There you go.
I'm just an ordinary kind of guy. I don't too much take what other people say or anything like that. It's between you and the person that you're dating or something. That matters.
And
what other people say, you just put it to the side.
So I guess we'll ask the women in the chat. Carmen already has let us know. Would you propose to a man? Would you propose to a man? That is a thought. And it's going to be a question. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask my husband a couple of questions on this. Now, I was speaking with my cousin Chi about this before we got started earlier today. And she adamantly, no way would I ask a man to marry me. Okay, Chichi's married. She's married. And she's, no way, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. No way. And it was really interesting having the conversation with her about this. Now, I pulled up an article, and I'm going to read this article before I go through my questions. I pulled up this article off of clydeblair.co.uk, and it has the same question: should women propose to men? It has the same question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to read it to you here. It says, when it comes to marriage proposals, one survey says 95% of proposals are made by men, which follows a tradition that men should make the first move in all stages of a relationship. All stages.
All stages. Not stage left or stage right, but all stages.
All stages.
Wow.
Woo! Now that right there, I had to pause because when I read this today, I said, all stages? I'm like, okay, so when it comes to what? Like, when it comes to vacations too, we wait on the man. We wait on the man to decide if we're going to buy a house or we're going to continue renting. Do we wait on the man to say we're going to buy a car? What stages are we talking about?
Maybe they're talking now in the beginning when God made man, he took the ribs out of a man's side and made woman.
He took ribs out of a woman's side, a man's side, and made woman.
Made woman, and,
right?
That was his helpmate.
Yes.
So I think that's where most people come say, the man's supposed to take the lead in everything that goes on.
Yeah, I get that. But what if you got a lazy man?
I guess you get lazy with they both be lazy.
Nobody moving nowhere.
Nobody moving till the lazy man moves.
Oh my goodness, I don't know. That's different. But let me go ahead and read on with this. It says here, which follows a tradition that men should make the first move in all stages of a relationship. They should ask for the first date. That's what they're saying. The man should ask for the first date. How many women are out here asking men for the first date? I think that's even a larger population than women actually asking men to marry them. I think today's time, there are a lot of women asking men on a date.
Right.
There's a lot.
Yeah, but women to see a man and she said, "Oh, he looks nice." Might want to say, "Oh, how you doing today?" Go over and make a conversation. Can I have your number? Something. And there it goes.
My husband cracks me up when he tries to do his woman voice.
May I have your number?
So Carmen says,
"You're cute."
Oh goodness.
You're cute. Thank you.
Carmen says, what about the men who get tired of the women asking them about marriage and gives her a hush ring? Ooh.
Hush ring?
A hush ring. It's like, here, take this. Okay, we engaged. And then they'd be engaged for forever. A hush ring. I think Bishop Noel Jones probably gave, his wife a hush ring for years.
All these years.
Allegedly. It's a ring that the guy gets so tired of the girl asking, when are you going to marry me? When are you going to marry me? So he just gives her a ring.
Give her a ring. Like
to hush her up.
Yeah, to keep her.
Temporarily.
Yeah. Right.
Because then once they give her the ring, she starts planning.
Yeah, and then maybe a couple of years later, she's going to say, when is this ring going to turn into a marriage ring?
When is it? So what do you think about that? What about the men who get tired of the women asking them about marriage and gives her a hush ring? Do you think men should do that?
No, they're just setting themselves up.
There you go.
If they're not ready, just
they're just buying time.
Yeah, just let the person know that they're not ready for marriage or something.
Right.
And let that person make the decision if they want to stay or they want to go.
Yeah, and I think women, you should know your man well enough to know if he's giving you a hush ring. You should know. There should be some telltale signs. And sometimes some of these guys are real good at, these things that they do. And so they may do it so well where you actually think, oh, he's actually going to marry me. He's actually going to marry me. So to answer Carmen's question for me, I think that it's wrong for men to give women a hush ring because I do believe you're leading those women on.
Yeah, it's not.
And you're setting them up for even harder heartbreak.
Right.
I think it would be better to just hold off and don't give her the ring until you actually know that that's what you want to do.
Right.
because that's going to make it even, I think, even harder for some of these women. I don't like that. Andrea says, Lord, my mama has a lazy man. She said, my mama has a lazy man.
Okay.
I hope your mama's not watching. We're going to pray for him. Let's pray for him. Lord, please help him to no longer be lazy in Jesus' name. Amen. Everything deserves prayer. All right. So Andrea is replying to Carmen. She said, Carmen Evans, I had a friend who did that and he broke up with her, moved and married another woman. Yes, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. They give you a ring just to hush you up, and then they end up not marrying you anyway, because it wasn't their intention from the start.
Right.
Now, I believe that if a man wants to marry a woman, it does not take 16, 17 years.
How long do you think it should take for?
I think if you want to marry each other in a matter of months.
Months?
I think so. What do you think? These are just my opinions. What do you think?
Maybe, months, but not 2 months or 3 months, maybe 6.
6 months?
6 to 8 months. Something.
Yeah. Because you do want to get to know the person really well.
Right.
Not only know them, but you also want to get to know their family because they come with attachments.
Yeah.
They come, and a lot of couples break up because of family drama.
Mm-hmm.
The family gets involved in relationship and they end up breaking up because of it. So Carmen says that ring should come with a date attached. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can attach a date, but how many of those dates go over? It should come with a date attached. But I think, Carmen, that ring should really come with sincerity. The person who's given that ring really should be sincere about what they're doing and not just give the ring just because they say, listen, I'm going to just go and buy a little ring and so forth. So Andrea says, thanks for the prayer, but he's a lost cause.
Oh, my God. The lost cause.
When I tell you Andrea is hilarious, her posts on Facebook they're so hilarious. She's funny. Andrea says in her case, she truly pressured him and he caved. Oh no. It says, do you really think you know someone in 6 months? That's what she's asking you. Do you really think you know someone in 6 months?
If you spend enough time together, yeah.
Well, that's true because you do have to spend enough time together.
You can't be spending 2 days out of the month.
Oh, goodness.
I'd say you know somebody.
And say you know somebody.
Yeah, you have to get to know them. As you said, know the family, Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I think you can, too.
The way things are these days, you can know somebody maybe in a couple of months.
Well, you and I knew each other for a few months, before we got married. Mm-hmm. And we knew we wanted to marry each other within just a couple of months of us being together. Of course, we were spending a lot of time together.
Right.
Like the time you said I would drive an hour just to your job and sit in the parking lot and wait for you to get out of the gym.
That's not a job. That's a gym.
I mean the gym. I drive to the gym.
From your job.
I would come from my job to your gym, wait in the parking lot.
Till I'm finished working out.
Yeah.
To say hi.
You know what?
See you later.
Goodness, this guy. So back to this article here. Let's get some more information and some more clarity. Should a woman propose to a man? It says here that as far as the men during the first stages of stuff, it says here they should express their intentions to progress the relationship to the next phase of seeing each other regularly, and then they should propose to the woman. So it's putting it all on the men. Do you think that there are some men that are afraid to ask the woman to marry them because they think that the woman is going to say no and they don't want the rejection?
Yeah, maybe in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys maybe a little bashful.
That's
why, you got to spend time and know if that person is the right person or not.
Absolutely. Yes, you're going to need to spend some time with each other to know if there are. But I believe there are some men that are, they're like my husband said, they're bashful, and I'm sorry, and they're also, they're unsure, their confidence may be low.
Right.
They may even think that they are not good enough for the family, especially some of the women that have these strict fathers and these stronger family relationships with their, their parents. Some of these men may feel as though, hey, I'm not good enough. I'm
Right.
good enough to date your daughter, but I don't know if I'm good enough to marry your
to
daughter.
be a husband to your daughter.
Right, or to marry your daughter, or to be a
Uh-huh.
husband to your daughter. So I think that men have a lot on their plate when it comes to making these decisions. And then women, I have found this as a fact because I'm married to a man. These men are on a slower timeline than we women are. And so oftentimes we do have to have a lot of patience when it comes to waiting for the men to propose. And it is. I mean, would you agree or disagree?
I agree. Women, maybe, they see somebody and they really like you and everything, and they don't want you to get away or something. So they're pressuring you to be their fiance and all that stuff. Maybe in a month or 2 months and everything. Should just take time, a little time, but not
too much time.
Yeah, but just enough time to get to know that person.
If when we were dating, now let's just think back and just say that we weren't married yet, but we weren't dating. How do you think? Do you think that it would have been okay for me to ask you out on a date? I don't even remember who asked who out.
Yeah, I think I asked you out because the first date we went on was a movie.
Oh yes, we did.
And then we went to get something to eat after the movie.
We actually went to Dave and Buster's after we saw the movie. We saw the movie. One of those. Oh my goodness, I forget the name of the movie, but I can see it in my head.
Right.
But you asked me out. So how would you have felt at that time if I would have asked you out?
I wouldn't have felt that in a way.
Right.
If you ask me out, okay, we'll go out on a date.
We'll go out, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay.
It doesn't matter to me. You don't go too much into stuff like that. That does some stuff like that don't.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah.
That was the name of the movie.
Don't like that don't bother me. If you ask me, if I ask you, I don't. I don't.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. We have a daughter, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What if our daughter came to us and said, "Hey, mom and dad, I want to ask my boyfriend to marry me. What do you think?"
That's your choice. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter to me if he asks her or she asks him.
Okay, so what if some of your guys came to you after and be like, "Man, are you kidding me? You actually let your daughter, propose to some guy, blah 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 blah."
Yeah, to me that's
no problem.
No problem.
No problem. That's because he's a no problem type of guy.
Yeah.
No problem type of guy. So this article continues on to says, but attitudes are changing as more and more women are ignoring the usual answer to the question, who should propose first, by themselves choosing to pop the question first. Mm-hmm. More and more women are doing it. It says, tradition says, there are various theories about its origin, that women are allowed to propose to their partner only on a leap day, i.e. the 29th of February. And according to research, 52% of women are inclined to do so. But that's only a tradition. It's not law. Did you know that existed? That women are allowed to propose to their partner only on a leap day, like February 29th.
Okay.
I never knew that existed.
No.
But it says a lot of women know it. It says 52% of women are inclined to do so, but that's only a tradition. And it says, so ladies, if you're in the 95% category of waiting for your man to propose, why not become part of the growing 5% of women who choose to propose to their partner when they wish rather they wait the next leap day, which could be years away. So it's saying
next year, isn't it?
I think so.
Next year, so gear up. Gear up, woman.
So if you're a woman out there and you say, hey, I want to propose to my man, there's articles out here that says you're inclined to do that on a leap year. Yeah. And leap year is coming up next year.
I think so. Mm-hmm. This year only at 28 days, so hopefully next year the 29th day in February.
Okay. So it says here also in this article, this is a really good article. It says, how would a man react to a woman proposing to him? Okay, this is their thought. It says, you may worry though, But how would a man feel about being proposed to? In one survey of 500 men, 70% said that they'd be psyched if a woman proposed. They'd be happy if a woman proposed. That's 70%. And then it says, so you may be surprised how many men would love the idea. Many men are simply too nervous to propose when they like to and would love the pressure to be taken off them by asking the love of their life make the first move. This is just what we discussed earlier. A lot of these men are afraid, don't know how. And then this too, a lot of men, thank you, Holy Spirit, a lot of men feel like, okay, I got to make this a big drama project to propose. How can I do this? I can't just buy a ring and say, would you marry me? They want to make it a big drama effect, and then they're like, I don't know what to do and so forth, and they put a lot more into it. So instead of being pressured with all of that, they just wait, figuring out, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? They don't really know what to do. What's your thoughts?
Were you afraid to propose to me?
You know what? I didn't propose to you.
I know you liked me.
That's what you said?
Yeah, so were you afraid that said, I want to marry this guy, but I want to ask me first or something?
I don't know. I don't even know if I was thinking of real marriage like that per se. I think I was really thinking of, are we going to just be, just exclusive, just you and I? And then, the thought of, okay, I really want to, marry him, because remember, we were both coming out of bad marriages, ex-marriages. And, we had gone through so much in divorce and everything. And it was kind of, really, marriage wasn't on it. I was thinking we were going to date for a while, for a long while. But then it came to the point where I said, you know what? I really love the comfort of him being here. I get sad when he has to leave to go home. I really want to have that connection with him. I don't want nobody else to have him. I want to lock him in and secure him. Then that came.
Lock it up.
Lock him in. So Andrea says, I took my ex-boyfriend to meet my mom, and he was crazy, uncomfortable, and kept trying to get us to leave. I kind of knew. Nah. I understand that. I understand that totally. Hey, Shantavia. She says, yes, I agree with you, Miss Regina. Thank you so much. I am so glad you're back this evening. And Andrea says, allowed on select date is no convoluted. It's so convoluted. It's so convoluted. It is. And what can we say? That's what they do. So here, back to this article. It says, what should you give a man? What should you give him? This article, when I tell you this article is so good. What should you give a man? Now, this is a topic basically saying, okay, if you're going to propose, what would you give? Should you give them a ring? Because when men propose, they give women a ring.
Right.
So when women propose, do you give men a ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a ring.
Wouldn't the man give you?
He should. I think he should.
The woman propose to the man, and the woman gives him. I guess he's got to go out and get her a ring also.
Yes, because men, when they propose, they give a woman a ring. And when women propose, they're saying that should a woman give a ring. So let's see what the article says.
Both of y'all have engagement rings.
There you go. There you go. It says here, what is it here? Let me get you guys comments here. You guys comments, so we want to get those on. Carmen is saying something about a band.
Wedding band.
A wedding band. She's saying a wedding band.
Or a band.
Shantavia says, give him what he would give you. Okay. Right. I get that. And then we have Andrea says, definitely a ring. Got to mark your territory.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's see what
ding, ring.
Let's see what the article says. It says, what should you give him? It says, if a woman proposes to her boyfriend, what should she give him? Remember, if you're proposing to propose, you're breaking tradition. So it doesn't matter what others say is the done thing to give your betrothed. Give him what you like. Give him a ring, give him a present, give him nothing but your love. All that matters is that he says yes, and you can start planning your marriage life together. So this is what they say. They say basically you're breaking tradition as we know it, that the man proposes to the woman and gives the woman a ring during the proposal. They're saying you're basically breaking that tradition when you're asking the man to marry you, for the woman to ask the man to marry her. So if you're breaking that tradition, they're saying, well, why not break the tradition of giving him a ring also? They're saying you can give a ring if you want to, but really there's no real tradition when it comes to women proposing to men.
Right.
So you can create your own tradition. They said you can give him a ring, or you can give him a present, or you can just tell him, hey, I'm just giving you all my love. This is what the article is saying. You'll determine what it is you want to give him to show your love. I would think I would give him a ring because if we're engaged, I want other people to know that, we're engaged to.
You're off the market.
Right. Okay, so we have here, Andrea says, definitely a ring. Got to mark your territory. You saw that one over there. And then, here it's going down here. And we have, Andrea says, personally, I choose a man's neck chain. I choose a man's neck chain. That's good too. That's a good thing too. A man's neck chain. Okay. So
chain, like a literal chain.
A necklace.
A necklace.
A necklace. Yeah.
No, the chain. Put a chain around him.
Yeah.
Put a chain around his neck. So why are you wearing that? My fiance gave me a neck chain. Okay.
I can't with you.
Pick it up at Home Depot. Neck chain with a lock on it.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You are too much. A neck chain with a lock. Okay, I'm gonna go to Home Depot tomorrow and I'm gonna get you one of those.
We have married already.
That's okay. We're gonna for our anniversary. Your anniversary. I'm gonna get you what you asked me to get somebody else. And I want you to wear it.
I didn't tell you to get it to him.
Well, now you see how he's backpedaling now?
I didn't say you.
He don't want it, but he wants others to have it.
Uh-huh.
That's not right. You are too much.
It's a new generation.
So it says here also, and then we're going to get to our questions, our couples edition questions that we do on the show also. But I want to finish up with this real quick. It says, how a woman can propose to her man. It says, this is where you can get creative and think up your own way to pop the question. It only has to be unique to yourselves and fit in your personalities. Are you both reserved? Then you can pop the question in a quiet restaurant, location your booth love to visit. Or if you're more egregious, why not get your friends and family involved to wait in secret, ask you how to ask him to marry you and so forth, and then you can join in the celebration straight after. So that is that part. Now, back to this topic that you brought up earlier about why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free. I hate that saying. I hate that saying. And I'm going to tell you why. Why would you think I hate that saying? You know me so well. Why would you think I hate it?
I don't know.
Remember, click like and click share, okay? So that people can see this video. We're trying to promote this and grow it. So grow the channel. And remember, when you log off today, remember to click one of those nice emojis on there. It can be the heart emoji, the like, the thumbs up, the happy face, the frown face, whatever it is. Just click one of those because it helps with our algorithm so that we can get more subscribers to this page, okay? So share it. Look for the cup here. And we're trying to promote more the Juice Radio and Talk Show channel. So if you're on my personal page, when we log off, make sure you go over to our business page, the Juice Radio and Talk Show, where you'll see the red cup and the logo that's in the corner there. And make sure you subscribe to that channel because eventually we will be pulling away from posting on our personal page and we'll start posting everything on our business page, the Juice Radio and Talk Show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so go ahead.
You said why? The question is, why would you don't like the saying?
I don't like the saying.
Why would you buy the cow and you get milk for free? I think, well, maybe you don't like to give away free milk.
You know what? Y'all, we are like this all the time. We're like this all the time. That's another thing. When you're married, you cannot take everything so seriously. I know some women would have probably got up and beat their man in the ground for saying something like that. You know, would have beat him in the ground. They would have beat him in the ground. So, I mean, listen. Let me get to these chats before I get to you. And Andrea says, a necklace. Okay, got that. And then we have Andrea says, we aren't talking about those chains. She's telling you we're not talking about those chains, but I'm gonna get him one, Andrea, since he wants to get everybody else one. And Andrea says, replying to Carmen, don't forget TikTok. I don't know what they're saying on TikTok. I hope you guys are having fun in the chats. Shantavia is just laughing at everybody, and so is Carmen. I love it. Keep these comments coming. If I don't get them on the screen, I probably have missed them, but I'll go back through them and make sure and put them on the screen. Andrea says, you are too cute. SN. What is SN? Either of you have a single brother asking for a friend. I have a single brother. I do have a single. Is he single? No, not really. Yeah. Do you have a single brother?
No.
You don't have a single brother. Nope, no single brothers. All right. And then we'll go over here to Shantavia. She says, you don't like the reference to a woman as a cow? I don't. Oh, Andrea's telling me, side note. Okay, side note. Thank you for my learning my language here on these things. Okay, so I don't like a cow. I don't like the word, the phrase. I'm going to tell you why. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Mm-hmm. First of all, who y'all calling the cow? Right. That's the first part. Especially us women who are on the thicker side. We don't want to hear why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free. Especially women who have sagging boobies. You don't want to think of yourself as giving milk for free. I mean, think of it. I'm thinking of the cow's udders and stuff like that. I don't want to think of myself as a cow with udders giving away free milk. I just don't want to do that. That's not me. I don't like it. I never liked the phrase. I would say something different, like, why get the ring when you already have the marriage or already have the lifestyle of a marriage? So that's a lot of men may think that, because here's what a lot of people do. They date, then they move in together, then they get bills and stuff together. They start buying cars together. They start buying furniture together. They start having babies together. And then all along, the lady is saying, when are we going to get married? Mm-hmm. Why should he marry you when you're giving him everything already? Yeah. You're giving him everything. Long gone are the days when men had to chase a woman and court her. And women were not giving in so easy. They like to be courted. Mm-hmm. Now it's so easy for that. I've seen some people do. I mean, you even had to court me, and we were, older in age or upper in age, but you had to,
I wasn't upper in age. I was like 34 or something like that.
And you were 3 years older than I am.
Oh, well, I was?
You still are. But women like that. Women like to be courted. We like to be dated. But at the same time, women, here's the thing. If you see a gentleman, this is my thought, my opinion. Mm-hmm. If you see a gentleman and you think he's cute, you think he's nice, and you want to go on a date, and you may have been trying to send little signals, little notes, and he's not picking up, the telepathics isn't working, go ahead and just ask him out on a date. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's one first step that we women should do if the man is not doing it, because what happens is a lot of women end up waiting for these men to ask them out on a date, and the men won't ask them. They're not asking. Mm-hmm. They're not doing it. And the women are going home by themselves, and they're like, I really would like to go. It's the weekend. I really would like to go out. Well, if you would have asked a young man out on a date, he would have probably been thrilled. And when?
Maybe she's shy, and then
Both shy.
and maybe she got a friend, and she said, "Won't you go over there and ask?
Oh, I'll do
tell
it.
my friend that
I'll do it.
you know, your friend want to talk to her
Yeah.
or something."
If y'all, hey, Carmen and Andrea and Shantavia, if y'all see somebody y'all like, if you're single and if you know somebody you like and you've been scared to ask them on a date, give me their number. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them for you. I will call them and I will set it up.
So my friend is interested.
My friend's interested.
Are you single?
No, first of all, I'm gonna get a little details on him first.
Right.
I'm gonna get a little details on him. I'm gonna do a background check.
Make sure he's single.
Run that name. Make sure they're good. Andrew says, well, dang, help us out. We're trying, Andrew. We're trying. Andrew says, for those who don't marry and do all the married things, it can get ugly, should either pass, and that's an entirely different issue, you know. Yes, I do know. Yes, we're actually going to be having, I'm trying to get a lawyer to come on for our Thursday, the Juice Radio and Talk Show, the news segment. I'm actually trying to have a lawyer come on and talk about stuff like that. But back to these questions here, and thank y'all for these chats. Keep them coming. I'm so excited they're here. Now, again, I wanted to ask you, and I think we've asked you most of these already.
Well,
should it matter who proposes? I'm sure you just said no, it does not matter. Mm-hmm. And we asked, should men get a ring? And my husband says yes, or either get a necklace from Home Depot.
Not a necklace, a chain.
A chain.
With a lock.
With a lock. Is there going to be a key for the lock?
Yeah, you're going to hold the key to the lock.
We're going to hold the key to the lock. This one.
But don't make it too tight.
Don't make it too tight.
You'll be charged murder.
This has been a fantastic show. We're not done yet, but I do want to pause for a moment to remind you that we have this terrific book. Instagram, see this up here? This terrific book that my grandmother wrote. It's called We Made a Vow, to God Be the Glory. And it tells about her life with my grandfather. They were married for 50 years before my grandfather ascended to heaven to be with Christ. My grandmother gives you details of their ups and downs, their things that they went through in life, them raising children together, dealing with health issues with one another, dealing with alcohol in the household, and yet they still remain together through it all. She made a vow to death do us part, and actually I am loving this book. It's a small pamphlet, see, very, very thin. You can read it very quickly. We're giving these away to you free. We even cover the shipping charge for this. So if you would like to have this book, or if you know someone that needs it and you would like to get it for them, go ahead, inbox us or put it in the chats. Hey, Regina, I would like the book. Make sure you don't put your personal information in the chats. Inbox me for that information, and I'll make sure that you get your copy free of charge. These are actually my grandparents on the front here. That's actually them. And this is my beautiful grandmother on the back. Her name is Christine, and she is a great author. And let me tell you, she's a powerhouse. She is currently still living in West Virginia, and she's about to celebrate her 98th birthday. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, so we're going to get into real quick while we have a few more minutes left. We are going to get in to our cards. Yes, Shantavia has the book already. She's saying, please get the books. Yes, all of you, please get the book. You would love this book. It's a great, great book. And thank you, Shantavia, for that recommendation. All right, so what we do also on this show to have a little fun after we have our chit chat, I guess the age-old question, should a woman propose to a man? I guess it depends on who's the woman and who's the man. Okay, but listen, if you're a woman and you want to propose to your man, it shouldn't be shunned on. Nobody should get mad at you. That's your choice, okay? That's your choice. And it would end up being your marriage, right? So do what you need to do, okay? All right, so in these videos that we like to do in these few minutes that we have remaining, we love to play this game. These are cards that we got online from this company called Ace Metaphor. Ace Metaphor made these cards, And it's so exciting that they made these cards because they made these cards so couples will be able to speak to one another and ask questions. Now, they also have other cards for people who are dating, people who are single, and you want to have conversations with people. They have these cards that you can talk and have conversation. It opens up the conversation for relationships. And they also have an after dark edition. Yes, an after dark edition. Those questions are woo. I couldn't even. I opened a box and my husband and I read just a couple, and we are like, "Well, social media not ready for those yet. They're not ready for those." But if you want to add some excitement to your marriage, get that after dark edition from Ace Metaphor. So these questions, what we do is they're called Tonight Let's Talk. And what we do is we each pull a card and we ask each other the question. And we have to answer them honest and truthfully. Okay? Because remember, we want to tell you the truth about our marriage. Who wants to sugarcoat something and then pretend you're all happy? And then when you get, behind closed doors, you're all angry and bitter and mad with each other. That's fraud. Fraud. There's a lot of frauds on social media saying that they're happy in their marriage and everything is working out great. Fraud. You want to be truthful and honest. If this is the way you are, then your family and friends will testify that that's the way you are. Like our family and friends do. You listen, I don't have the energy or the time to try and emulate or be somebody else. I just need to be comfortable in being me all the time.
Amen.
What do you think?
Amen to that.
Amen. Oh, Shantae, she wants to get the After Dark edition. Okay. All right now. Get the After Dark edition. Go to Ace Metaphor. They're online. You can also get them on Amazon. I love Amazon, and that's where I got mine, from Amazon. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to pull the question. You go ahead and pull a card, and then he's going to ask me, and then vice versa in these few minutes that we have here. We've got about 10, 15 minutes. All right.
Okay, the question is, what's the best gift I've ever given you, and what makes it special?
The best gift that you've ever given me was my wedding ring. This is one of two, actually. I have another wedding ring, but I've got to lose weight to get back in my fingers. That's when we first got it. But honestly, the best gift that you gave me was my wedding rings. And what makes it special is that this time when I put this ring on, it is like my grandma said, we made a vow and it's staying on. And so that is. I love that.
Great.
I love it. He's like, whatever.
That's great. Wow. That's great.
Would you like me to choose another gift? What other gift did you give me? What other gift did you give me? What? He's going that mine. I can see it. It's going there.
You said tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Go ahead. You go to the After Dark edition. What gift? The ladies are wondering now. What was the gift? They want to know. You brought it up.
Huh?
What's the gift?
What? I don't remember.
You stop it. You were thinking something. What is it?
No, nothing. I'm good.
You know what? This man. I'm going to get that answer from him, y'all. All right. So here's my question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like I keep secrets from you? Why or why not?
No, absolutely not.
I don't.
Mommy tells me everything.
Everything. I don't have time for secrets.
Yeah, we don't keep secrets.
I don't have time for secrets. That's too much work.
Yeah.
That's too much work. No, I don't do that.
We're very open with each other.
Very open. And if you're in a relationship and you want to start it off with secrets, you're going to have to keep them things going. I don't have time for that. I got too much work stuff on my head to be, doing all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
I'm too
do
old.
it. Besides being old, that it's wrong. Once you have one secret, you
old and wrong.
These questions are meant to help you in your relationship. We answer them in the way that we feel works in our marriage, and it just gives you a time to kind of figure out something that may be going on in yours, and also help your marriage or your relationship as well. And this show is not just for married couples. It's also for those of you who may be dating or wanting to date.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Next question.
All right.
When I'm gone for too long, what do you miss most about me?
I guess just your presence, you being here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your presence, you being here. That's what I miss most.
Yeah, because we're always together. Most of the time,
Yeah.
we're always together. And then when I go for a little while, you miss me
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And then you order sushi.
You guys, I do. When my husband goes on trips and I don't go, and yes, I don't mind my husband going on trips when I don't go. I am not that wife that's no, I got to go everywhere that's not me.
If I can't go, you can't go.
Oh God, I do not do that. I can't with all that. I am going to trust him now. If he goes out there and he does something and he breaks my trust, then those repercussions that you have to deal with. But my husband hasn't given me a reason not to trust him, but I know some relationships there that trust has been broken, and now they want to be like a guard, over that person.
The way you go, I go.
Oh my goodness, I know. So Shantavia says, I am going to look after. She's gonna look for those cards. Mm-hmm. And then we have Andrea says, we hear his laugh. Yes, so you know exactly what he's talking about. And then we have Andrea says, I'm learning as a singleton. Okay, all right. So let's go on. So it's my turn, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So the question is our love this is a good one. Okay, wait. You guys, this is a good one. Because if our love was a food dish, what would it be and why? This is going to be good. Because we're foodies. Can't you tell?
A food dish?
If our love was a food dish, what would it be and why?
I think sushi. It's a food dish. Because you like fish.
I'm gonna beat him. No! Why would you say if our love was a food dish, it would be sushi, right? And it would be fish? You don't tell a woman that your love would be a fish. Everybody always says fish stinks.
Not all fish stinks. Fish is good for you. You got all natural oils in it.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness, my husband. Listen.
It's fish. It's a dish.
That's what he said.
You like fish. When you get sushi, you eat salmon rolls, raw salmon rolls, all kind of raw meat. You just love it. Yum, 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 honey. Eat it all.
This guy. Oh, my goodness.
Right?
Listen, I'm going to have to tell my grandmother on you.
So what?
You are too
If
much.
our love was a dish, what would it be?
If our love was a food dish, what would I say our love would be? Our love would be well, food dish. So I need something hard. What's like really hard? Like hard to crack and so forth. Like a good dish that's hard to crack.
A nut?
Yeah, I guess
walnut or
a lot of nuts
pecan.
on something. Yeah, because it's hard to break us.
Yeah.
That's what I would think, something like that. My husband.
Crack into a marrow bone to get marrow out of it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Fish. Carmen's laughing at the yes, Carmen. My gosh.
Fish.
Oh my goodness. Andrew said, Lord, he being abused and wrong. Chomp. Exactly. Chomp. Walnut. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for, Andrew. Walnut. Yes. We're gonna have a walnut. Yes.
Walnut.
All right. So let's go. We're gonna do just a couple of more of these, and then we'll be logging off here. All right, ready? Go.
What makes us special as a couple?
What makes us special as a couple?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What makes us? Hi,
Chi.
Andrea, I love you too, Andrea. She's the best. Hi, Chi. Chi says, hello, family. Hello. All right, what makes us as the best as a couple?
No. That makes us a couple.
Okay, what is it?
What makes us special as a couple?
What makes us special? What makes us special as a couple? I think our love and fun that we have with each other is one of our really prime specialties. of our relationship. It's very rare to find couples that have been together this long. Like, we have 19 years, it'll be 20 years next year, this long. And people see us and they think we're newlyweds. They're like, you guys just got married? And we're like, no.
I think we're teenagers.
Yeah, they do. They think we just got married. I don't think they think we're teenagers.
Yeah.
But they do. They think
I'm a teenager.
You a teen something, but teenager. Andrew says your positivity makes you awesome. Yes, that's right. Our positivity makes us awesome. That's true too. I love that, Carmen. Thank you. Thank you. And then we have Shantavia says, don't feel bad, Miss Regina. Haitian men are the same. I love it though. Haitian men are the same. Well, this is Jamaican over here, so they travel in the same boat. Okay. No. Yeah, you guys do. Right? All right. And so my cousin Chi-Chi says, y'all laugh all the time and have so much fun. And she knows that's a point right there. That's what we call testimony. Tell them, Chi-Chi, we are this way all the time. And have been, and I'm grateful to God that we are this way all the time. And then Andrea says, I thought y'all were newly married. No, we're not newly married. We will be celebrating March. We will be, May. We will be celebrating 19 years of marriage. 19 years of marriage. Okay. So Andrew says, oh no, they aren't in the same boat.
Not in the same boat.
She says, no, they're not in the same boat.
We might in different boats side by side.
They're side by side.
But not in the same boat.
Not in the same boat.
No.
Oh my goodness. No. I really hope you guys are getting some enjoyment out of this and at the same time learning something about our relationship that can help you all in your relationships. And I really, really enjoy coming to you, telling you all how we have maintained ours. Because again, we used to get so many people ask us so many times, how do you guys do this? What do you do with this? And they would ask us questions about, how do you handle this and how do you handle that? And we tell them and they're like, that's really what you guys do? Mm-hmm. Like I asked my husband the other day, she just says, yeah, all the time. Oh, Andrew says, happy 19th. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's coming.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Andrew says, y'all hold hands. I know, we love it.
Hands up. Hands down.
I love it. But we just love, we were having a conversation the other day and I said, hey babe, I says, do we ever argue? And I sincerely asking him, hey Instagram, I haven't forgot you guys back there. Thank you for staying tuned in. I asked my husband, I said, do we argue? And what did you say?
No.
But what did you say? You said, no, we don't.
We have disagreement.
That's it. And I think that's key. That's key. We don't argue. We don't. We have disagreements, but we don't argue. Mm-mm. No, we don't. And I love that. Chi-Chi says, y'all allow each other to be your own authentic selves.
Amen.
That's it. That's it. And that makes the marriage so much more comfortable. So much more comfortable.
Be yourself.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And we stick to that. Mm-hmm. Be yourself. There's so many people that have oftentimes tried to tell me, oh, you should tell your husband to do this and you shouldn't let him do that and you shouldn't allow him to do that and all this stuff. And I would tell them, you need to put that in a closet somewhere and we'll put it in a box and gift wrap it and give it to somebody else.
It's all good.
No, because this one is going to be him. Now, if I feel like, something is getting out of line, like when we come to business or something, if we're in a business meeting, because he oftentimes wants to be everybody's friend. And I tell him sometimes, listen, we have to keep things business because especially when we're dealing with certain, clients and they want to become your friend, but there's motive behind it. They want to become his friend because of his business and they want to try and take advantage of that. And so we have to step in and say, listen, you can't befriend everybody. Mm-hmm. We can't do that. So a few more of these questions and then we are done. All right. Is it my turn? Mm-hmm. What has loving me taught you about yourself? Okay.
What has loving you taught about yourself is to be real.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, to be yourself. You don't have to be somebody that you're not.
Aww.
Genuine.
I love it. I love it. Uh-huh. So So you loving me taught
Mhm.
that about you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, to be genuine. I love that.
Genuine.
Genuine. We're going to play the music. Genuine. I love it.
Wine.
Have an amazing evening, and thank you all for your lives. Thank you so much for staying with us, Andrea. Appreciate you so much. Tune in again next week. We're going to be back again for another segment. I love that, sweetie. I really do. I love these chit chats. Did you want to do one more and then we're out?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to let my husband do one more and we're going to close out. Thank you all for tuning in with us today. It's been a great show. And thank you all for helping us with the show with your comments. Okay. Remember, when you log off, click like, click share. Remember. All right, my husband, go ahead.
All right, so fill in the blank.
All right, fill in the blank.
I irritate you the most when I...
You irritate me the most.
Mm-hmm.
You irritate me the most when you continue to try and be friends with some of these clients.
Really?
Yes. Especially some of these new tenants. We can't be friends with the new tenants. We have to keep a tenant and client relationship.
Right.
We have to do that.
Don't be friendly.
You can't. You can be nice. You can be nice, but you can't.
Nice but stern.
No, not nice but stern. You could be nice, but you can. You have to define and determine which part is being nice and which part is still being a businessman. Mm-hmm. That's all. But I love him anyway. Right?
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're so excited that you guys tuned in with us again today. We're going to be back next week. We're so excited that you tuned in, and I hope you got something out of this program today. Share the video with other people so they can also get something. Inbox us any questions that you might have that you would like us to bring up on the show, and we'll be happy to do that. Okay? What do you think, babe?
Certainly. We appreciate y'all joining us each and every week. Continue to join us and tell others about us so, we could
continue to help more people.
Right.
That's right. Thank you so much. And Chichi says, right, that's right. She said, keep it business. Keep it business. You've been watching our Happy Marriage series here on the Juice Radio and Talk Show, where we come live every Friday at 6:30 so that we can share information on tips. 6 o'clock. On 6 o'clock on Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We share our marriage tips so that you too can maintain a happy marriage. And those of you seeking marriage will know what to do when Mr. Right comes along.
Amen.
Come on. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to having more conversations next week. And we're going to be logging off now. Anything else you wanted to say to the nice people?
Thank you. Thank each and every one for joining us today.
Oh my goodness, he's too much.
Yeah.
He's too much. I love him anyway, y'all.
Yeah.
Take him as he is.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Love y'all on the count of 3. We're going to say bye. 1, 2, 3.
Bye-bye.
Bye.